Hi, this is Kelly McInerney with Cinelinx here at the AFI Fest premiere of Hostiles at the Chinese Theater in Los Angeles. What made you become an editor? Everybody forgets about editing, but it's a big, crucial part of the film.
Well, I love movies, so I grew up loving movies. My dad took me to the movie Wages of Fear, this French film with Yves Montand when I was a little kid. Super intense. My dad loved movies, and I saw a lot of movies, and I started seeing a lot of the same names on movies I loved. So I started seeing the name of Thelma Schoonmaker and Dee Dee Allen and Michael Kahn, and I started wondering what they did, and as I consumed more movies, I also watched the Academy Awards with my parents. I'd watch the award shows, and I remember one time I saw a clip. They showed a clip of the movie The French Connection, and with Gene Hackman, and they showed the scene from this car chase, and I got so excited by that, so thrilled by that, and it was they showed it to introduce the editing category, and somehow I made some connection that that editing was something that excited me. So I guess that's how I got involved in it.
And so this is kind of a Western. Is there a difference in genre when you edit? Do you try and focus more? Is there a difference?
There is. There's certain conventions. I mean, I recently worked on a couple musicals. I worked on Greatest Showman, which is going to come out in December. I also worked on La La Land. And so, it's very different to go to this other genre, but I always joke that, I'm doing the old Hollywood genres. I just did a musical, now I'm doing a Western. I mean, the biggest thing with this movie was Scott said, it's a psychological story. I don't want it to merely feel like a Western movie that you've seen, and so one of our challenges was to really keep the characters real and not ever fall into territory that we've seen before. So, Westerns tend to be action-oriented and swashbuckling. So there's certain violence in the movie, but Scott really wanted to be careful about not making it like an action Western that you've seen before, because for him it was all about Christian Bale's character and Rosamund Pike's character. So. And
do you have a particular favorite genre to edit, or anything?
No, I mean, for me, it's if I have a great story and a great filmmaker, this is one of those situations, then I'm on board. I love it.
What drew you to doing this film? Was it was it Scott?
It was Scott Cooper. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a brilliant director, and I was lucky enough to work with him on Crazy Heart, his first film. Thank you. I was only an assistant editor on it, but I always kept in touch with Scott, and at some point we were able to get the band back together, and so that was I just wanted to work with Scott again. So.
One more question. Do you have any advice for aspiring editors?
My advice to aspiring editors is to find the genre that you love and try to get your foot in the door. If you love movies, try to get into movies. If you love documentary, try to spend time interning or get your foot in the door. That's the main thing. But always never give up. Always push and keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and just always have faith in yourself. It always starts with yourself. You got to have faith in yourself before other people will have faith in you. So I would say just keep going and never give up.
Is it okay to start with iMovie to edit?
It's okay to start with anything. Start with iMovie. Start with your phone. I mean, people are look at Tangerine. Sean Baker made his film on the phone. And so it doesn't. I don't think it matters what you use. I think the idea is to just keep working and editing and telling stories.
Thank you so much. Great meeting you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Likewise.
Bye.